Namaste. Dear young students, welcome for Postures 2, Morals 2, the 97th in the series. Today we will practice one of the standing postures, Prasarya Padottanasana. Then we will look at how much was Vivekananda's influence in bringing out marvelous transformations in many of his disciples. We will look at the example of Mrs. Charlotte Elizabeth Sevier. First, the posture: stand upright, chest and navel up, keep both palms on your waistline, spread both the feet about 4 to 4.5 feet apart. Turn the foot inside, chest and navel up. Pull both the kneecaps. Stretch the trunk. Bend forward. Then keep both the palms between the feet. Stretch the trunk, pull the kneecap. Keep on activating the gluteal muscles and the hamstrings. Arms straight, legs straight. Stretch the trunk as though you are looking up, so that you are activating the muscles around the hip and the thigh. Then slowly flex the elbow as much as possible. Move down. Take the head close to the floor. Keep the legs straight. Then if possible, from the feet from the hands hold both the feet. Further stretch the trunk and you can rest the head on the floor. Legs straight, stretch the trunk. Prasarita Pada Uttanasana. Very good for the muscles of the legs. Very beneficial for the pelvis. Pelvis gets a good opening. Also the trunk gets a reversal of the force. You can stay for about a minute or two and then slowly come up. Both hands on the waistline, join the feet. Swami Vivekananda was a magnetic personality. He has brought change in several of the disciples, the two from the West, and he continues to influence and all of us, of course. Such a great personality. Captain James Henry Savitt and Mrs. Charlotte, they both came to India. They bought a place. They established Mayavati Ashram. And just after establishing, in a couple of years, Captain James Savitt passed away. And Mrs. Charlotte has to take on the responsibility of running the ashram. She did it very successfully, very efficiently. A Western woman living in more or less isolated condition, a lot of Indian monks coming there. She has to hire villagers and workers. She has to do. And alongside, she worked on publishing the magazine Prabuddha Bharata She also completed editing the complete works of Swami Vivekananda. So her contribution is amazing. And managerially also she was excellent, because she used to take care of all the arrangements needed for the monks, including some sort of a nutritious food, and occasionally she organized some parties at her expense, inviting the monks, the villagers, the workers. So she set up that kind of a atmosphere. She also established a homeopathy clinic for the local villagers. Then she has to travel to Calcutta. In those days it was on horse, the travel was difficult, so she used to do that also. And she became the president of Advaita Ashrama, perhaps the only woman to get to that status. And she traveled to England in between, came back, purchased the site for one more ashram about 50 miles away from Mayavati, Shamalathal. So much she did. And she passed away at the age of 83 at England. And a memorial meeting was held in Ramakrishna Mutt. And one of the authors says that perhaps she is the only other woman apart from Ma Sharada to have this kind of a esteem. So that is the kind of work Mrs. Charlotte did, and this is the kind of influence that Swamiji had on them. He could transform people who could contribute greatly to the society. That is the magnetic personality of Swami Vivekananda. Namaste.